Welcome to part 50 of Seal Up the Book, Daniel, till it be the time of the end. And Maranatha again. And I'm going to say the Lord's Prayer because it's been a few days, I guess, since I've done it for one of these videos. So I'm going to do that. I cry, Abba, Father, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will, Lord, be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Sorry. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive our trespasses as we forgive those that trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, my Lord, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. In Jesus' mighty name. Guess what? I got a little tickled there in the middle of that because the Lord kind of used his prayer right then as I was saying it to show me something. And I got tickled and I started to laugh. I'm sorry. Because I got tickled and I thought, well, Lord, no matter what I'm doing, you're always teaching. Yes, he is. He's always teaching us. If we are his, he will find any and every opportunity he can use to teach us a lesson. And I got to that, and I'm going to get into this. Let's break it down. Let's go back into that prayer for just a second. Thy will be done on earth, I said, Lord, as it is in heaven. When I got to that part, the Lord said, yeah, right there is proof. There is no space. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Where is heaven? The Bible says the kingdom of heaven is among men. And if the kingdom of heaven is among man, and Satan's still tempting and tormenting man, how has Satan been cast out of heaven? See, a lot of y'all keep thinking that Satan's already failed and that he's already been casted out. No, he hasn't. Because if he had, things would already be wrapped up. We'd already be through the tribulation, wouldn't we? Because if Satan's not here to tempt you, why is there sin? Why are you sinning? Because God tempteth no man. So Satan has not been cast out yet. That's up to Michael and Michael's angels to do that. I'm working on it. Now, are you one of the angels of God, and are you going to help me? You can only do that by teaching the truth of the gospel. Giving people the true word and not twisting it. Not going by your understanding of it, but by what Jesus showed you it meant. Not twisting it to fit a sinful lifestyle. Or to try to pull somebody into heaven that can't go into heaven. I'm sorry. I'm just going to say it. There's no such thing as the Quiblet kingdom. That would be the prideful nation I'm referring to as Quiblets, because I can't say that one word. You know, the G-A-Y stuff. We can't say those particular types of words because of the form. Because the robot apocalypse will hit us and take our post down. And give us a heave-ho off the form if we get hit too many times. But, so we're not going to do that. So we're going to use the word Queeblets. It's not meant to be mean. It's meant to make a point, though. So, The Quiblet kingdom, there's no such thing as. This book right here tells us not to lie with man as with women if you're a man. And if you're a woman, you're not supposed to lay with women as with a man. And if you ain't married, you shouldn't be doing it anyway. And if that ain't your husband or your wife, you shouldn't be doing that with them. Because that's fornication. That's against God. That's not going into the kingdom of heaven. Anybody doing those things not going to go in the kingdom of heaven. There's no such thing as a Quiblet Christian. Either you're Christian or you're Quiblet. But you can't be both. You can't be of Jesus and of Satan both. You understand what I'm saying? Either you're light or you're darkness. You can't be both. You can't be the darkness and the light both. So if the darkness is in you, you are not of the light. You understand what I'm saying? You cannot be a Quiblet and be saved. If you are saved, you're no longer a Quiblet. You're not going to desire to do the Quiblet stuff. If you are of God, let's go back to the medical for a moment. If you're of God, you're not going to want to follow after sorceries that is deceiving all nations into believing that's a healing. That's not a healing. True healing can only come from God. Those are just things that are damaging the temple of God. You should have learned that in your studies, that those things all have side effects. What's the word of God say? If you destroy the temple of God, I will destroy you. Well, if you're writing these scriptures that are going out and you think to help people, those side effects are still damaging their temple. You're damaging that person with what you just prescribed them. How is that going to edify God? I'm trying to protect you. I'm trying to tell you the truth and protect you from making a mistake you can't. Your heart will never let you forgive yourself if you cause someone's death because of a side effect. You understand what I'm saying? And that person will inevitably die lost because they're doing things contrary to the Word of God. Well, Luke was a physician. Show me in this Bible anywhere where it said Luke wrote a prescription. Y'all need to study things out. You need to think about things. Luke was a better physician when he started laying hands on people. That's what he did. How many prescriptions you think that Luke did after he started praying for people? He had no need of them. Once God has healed something, there's no need to give people a prescription. Maybe that is why it is not written in this book anywhere about him ever writing any prescriptions. You ever think of that? They weren't necessary anymore. God healed them by the laying on of hands of his saints. But you can't be a saint if you're living in sin, because you can't cast out devils if you got one. Trust me. Now, back to what I was saying about the kingdom of heaven, though. Right there in the word, in that very prayer of God's, the Lord's Prayer. Thy will be done in heaven and in earth, shows there is no space. It doesn't say, let thy will be done in space as it is in heaven. No, it says, in earth as it is in heaven. It's because that's the only two places there is. And the kingdom of heaven is among man. You all have been lied to so long, it's time to come out of these delusions. Yes, I know, I've been there. I was in them too. We all have failed and come short of the glory of God. Praise Jesus for his blood. Because we're not sanctified by our works. Our works can't do nothing but gain us rewards. That's all our works can do. You know what? I don't want to live like a king or a queen, rather, to the satisfaction of man's mind. If my brothers and sisters can't live like one too, if we all can't be equal, because I don't want to be above anybody, and I don't want to live like a king or a queen and have everything if you don't have everything with me. It is more enjoyable if we can enjoy our blessings together and share with one another. I love watching other people get blessed. I love hearing people's testimonies, because that's how I am blessed. I get my greater blessings from knowing that God is moving for you, for all of you. That's when I'm blessed. It's when my joy is magnified, because I know God is moving. I love y'all so much that I tell you the truth. Watchmen, this is what you're supposed to be doing, is telling people the truth about God. Giving them hope this way, through the scriptures, through the truth. It's great to talk about the rapture and to give them hope in the rapture, because that's a very real thing. But they can't go in it if they're not truly saved. If they don't know the truth about the Lord, they don't have a relationship with God. Why would they want to go to an eternal kingdom where they'll be praising God eternally when they don't even do it here and now? If you're not giving God praise with every moment of every day in some way, yeah, I know we have to live our lives too. Oh, I get it. But let that be a praise as well. The job that you do, maybe you don't like it. So do it anyway. Do it as though you're doing it for Jesus. Let it be good. Let it be a great job. Do it with all your might. And love Him. And thank Him that you have that. There are many people out here can't. I had the awfulest time trying to find a job. Right now I'm on the entered list. But that's okay. I'm going to come back off of it when God's ready. And I got turned down for disability. So right now I'm just going on a prayer. But that's all right. I'd rather work for it anyway. I loved working. People make you feel like you're garbage if you don't do something. If you're not somebody in man's eyes, they make you feel like you're garbage. I was treated that way my entire life, like I was nobody, nothing. I don't want to ever treat anybody else like that. I've been through it. That's why all have to be equal in the kingdom of heaven. Because that's what I ask God for. That's the desire of my heart. That's love. I'll see you in the next part.